Corcoran, and I am here today interviewing Eric Lee. I am interviewing Eric today as part of our animal rescue series. Welcome, Eric. Thank you for coming today.
You're welcome.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Eric. I am in the 6th grade. I live at home with my mom. My friends call her Dr. Lee because she is a veterinarian at the Paws and Claws Animal Hospital. My stepdad, Tony, lives with us. I also have twin sisters who are 16 years old. Their names are Mercy and Faith.
I brought something today.
Yes, I have brought a book about our story called Bulldog Won't Budge. The series is called Pet Trouble.
Do you have any animals in your home?
Yes, my sisters own 2 cats named Ariadne and Odysseus. But they don't like me. Actually, they only like my sisters.
I understand your family became involved in an animal rescue recently. Can you tell us about that moment?
I went to the front door of my mom's work to flip the open sign to close, and then I saw him. A bulldog was sitting right there, staring in at me the same way I was staring out at him. I stood there for a moment thinking that he was just hanging out at the sidewalk, but then I noticed that his leash was tied to the front door of the vestibule. I was going to go get my mom, but then I thought I didn't want to leave that bulldog out in the rain for a second longer. So I opened the inner door of the vestibule and yelled, "Mom!" Then I went to the outer door, opened the door, and tried to untie the leash. It was kind of hard because the leash was all wet and slippery. But I finally got it undone, and I said, "Come on, boy."
Is there a note with the dog?
Yes, but all it said was, "We can't care for him anymore. Can you please take him?" But then I saw on his collar was a little name tag. I read it, and it said
I
meatball.
understand you took the dog home with you that night. Tell us about the first night.
When my mom and I brought Meatball home, wow, did that cause chaos. My sisters were yelling that I couldn't bring in the dog. My sisters' cats were hissing and running everywhere. And Meatball, he just sat there and stared
You want
at
to
me.
own a dog?
I wanted to own a dog, but I had always thought I would own a dog like a golden retriever or a labradoodle. I really wanted a dog that could run and play catch with me. I wasn't too sure if the dog I wanted was Meatball. This was a problem. My mom said we would keep the dog for a few days until they found a home. So I didn't have to decide right away.
Do anything to change your mind about him?
Yes, he protected me from my sister's cats. Usually the cats block my bedroom door so that I can't get in. But Meatball changed that. He scared them away. He really just wanted to play with them, but the cats wanted nothing to do with him. Meatball scored some points for becoming my dog when I realized he could help me with the cats.
I read in the book that you showed great responsibility for caring with Meatball.
Yes, I learned how to clean his whiskers from my mom. I also had to pick up after him when I took him for a walk. The trouble was the walk. He didn't walk. The only place he liked to go was Rebecca's house. This was pretty embarrassing to me because I kind of like Rebecca. If I tried to move him away from Rebecca's house, he would not budge. Rebecca thought it was great that I got a dog.
Friends like your dog.
They thought Meatball was a pretty cool dog. But I kept looking at my friends' dogs who loved to run around and play with each other. Meatball just liked to lie around and drool. Was it fair to keep a dog that wasn't what I pictured?
Time that you thought you wanted to keep Meatball?
It happened one night when I got scratched by one of my sister's cats. My sisters took my picture when I was at sick. The very next day they posted it on the internet saying they couldn't look after my dog. It was too much work and that I was giving him to the shelter on Sunday if I didn't find anyone. Later that night I told my mom about it. My sisters both yelled they voted not to keep Meatball. I said I want to keep Meatball. It was my first time I had admitted it. My stepdad Tony voted to keep Meatball, and my mom broke the tie by saying she wanted to keep Meatball too.
Bulldog taught you anything?
He has taught me to not be afraid. The way he charges into a room with no fear made me think I need to be a lot more braver.
Would you like to share?
It took me a while to realize that Meatball was the dog for me. He surprised me at Rebecca's house. He was digging around in her garage, and wouldn't you know that when I went to find him, he was skateboarding. He can actually put his left paws on the board and push with his right. He can roll. If I didn't know if he was the right dog for me before, I know it now.
Advice to our viewers?
If you can rescue a dog or a cat or any animal who doesn't have a home, you won't just be rescuing the animal, you'll be finding a friend. Please visit your local shelter.
Thank you, Eric, for sharing your story with us. If you would like to read more about Meatball and his friends' adventures to find new homes, you can find Pet Trouble in your local life. Bye.
Good night, everyone.
I'm Logan Corcoran from Heritage